Hey, good morning. It's October 8th and I just want to give you a short recording because what a hell of a 24 hours that we've seen. There's been a broad mass market bloodbath, both in the financial markets, in stocks and equities, and equally in the crypto. There's an awful lot of crypto liquidations happened, almost $6 billion worth in the previous 24 hours. And this is what I will class as a typical black swan event. We'll never ever get to the bottom as to what could actually cause these irrational behavior. That's the only logical conclusion from this. And next week, I wouldn't be at all surprised if we're going to see that quick rebound to potentially brand new all-time highs. Now, in the case of Bitcoin, we've seen $20,000 dip in the last 24 hours. Ethereum has seen 15% dip, and all of the alts across the spectrum have seen greater dips of over 50 to 60% in the same period. And I wouldn't be at all surprised if the small alts in particular have actually rebounded and recovered their losses at the time of this recording. So what I'm trying to say here is we'll never ever get to the bottom of the true motives and intentions of these black swan events. Now, I have my assumptions. I think it's a continuation of the US-China trade war instigated by Trump earlier this week. So who knows, right? These are just assumptions that I believe could be the cause, and what you may hear out there could be, again, their interpretation as to what could actually cause this. But at the end of the day, this is all the more reason why we can't trust the shenanigans, the hidden agendas by these politicians who like to manipulate the markets. That's what they're doing, let's be frankly honest. That's their intention, is to bring down the market so they can buy at a discount and just to capitalize on their positions of power. That is precisely what they're doing, what they're trying to achieve through this momentary dip, which is all the more reason why we should always stick to our own long-term thesis and high-rated conviction over our assets and investment decisions. And when you have in doubt, just always zoom out and DCA and add to those positions every now and again, and just remain calm, cool and collected. Try to divorce yourself away from the noise that you may be hearing. And I want to bring to attention, I've actually released a separate podcast series called Crypto Vault, which you'll see the icon above me. If you tap into that useful resource, it will give you quite a few videos that would actually give you the lowdown on the latest scam techniques and sad stories, and also tips and tricks on how to beef up your security of your holdings, particularly those of us who have our digital wealth held under self-custody in those cold wallet storage. So that's something I would advise that you do, because over time we are increasingly becoming targeted by scamming organizations with their threats. So use that to beef up your knowledge, remain highly vigilant and alert. So I'll see you next time.